Stamford Hill, a Jewish neighbourhood in North London. We're here to meet the UK branch of the controversial ultra-Orthodox Jews of the Neturei Karta. These guys campaign against Zionism and for the immediate dismantling of the State of Israel. Many find their stance mind-boggling, and they're pretty unpopular, especially among other Jewish people. They're often labelled as extremists for hanging out with Iran's former president Ahmadinejad and far-right nationalists from Hungary's Jobbik party. I want to find out why the Neturei Karta are so driven by their convictions that they're ready to be alienated by their own people. So when one of their leaders in London invited me into the secretive community, I jumped at the chance. I think that's him. Hi.
Hello.
I'm Milan.
Yes, my name is Rabbi Beck.
How big is the Neturei Karta here in Stamford Hill?
The fighters against Zionism here in Stamford Hill is several hundred. But people what they are anti-Zionists, there are thousands here in Stamford Hill.
Zionism is the belief that Jewish people should have their own nation. The movement gathered support through the early 20th century, and the State of Israel was established in 1948 in Palestine. Right from the start, Haredi Jews, known as ultra-Orthodox, voiced their opposition. Not only did they fear the rise of secularism, they also believed Jewish people shouldn't have their own state before the coming of the Messiah. Over time, some ultra-Orthodox groups softened their attitudes, and they began to enjoy the benefits of Israel. Others have maintained their opposition. And on the most radical end of the anti-Zionist spectrum is the Neturei Karta.
I will put in paper in the machine. I'm going now to print out.
Rabbi Beck is keen to get his message out, so he's invited me to tag along on a flyering mission around Stamford Hill. So is this your friend who's arriving?
Yes.
His protege, Rabbi Blyer, was coming along too. You have a very nice motorbike.
Oh, thank you.
This is one flower. This is mostly explained why we are against the State of Israel.
Do you find it important to go around and distribute this?
Israeli propaganda is so strong. So obviously we feel obliged to do the opposite.
Sorry if you can see it inside. He will see it here.
So I go at the very back?
Yes, I'm very sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So how do you two know each other?
He was a teacher in school. I was a child in the same school. So I know him already as a kid. He was very famous as a child.
Do you deliver flyers like this to make more and more people aware of your existence?
Not of my existence, of the existence of the Torah. We are the Neturei Karta, guardians of the city. We try to guide people what is the right way in Judaism. Like if the woman going dressed not so modest, or there's some shops where they sell things not in the Jewish style, we call them, look, please stop it. You're not allowed here in our neighborhood. Of course, sometimes they get angry, but they understand that in the end of the day, we are right. If you don't like it, okay, he goes to other places. Nobody forced him to live here. I feel it for my duty in my life to teach people in the right way.
And what is the right way?
You want me to teach you Judaism in 1 minute?
Can you?
Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, going to park here. Hard parking.
Rabbi Beck, I think you might have driven into the car behind us.
12 inches away.
Oh, okay. A Jew is not a Zionist. That must be your synagogue.
Yes. Sometimes here, people coming and they try to take it down.
Really?
Yes, but when I bought one sign, I bought in the same time 5. Because I know sometimes people get angry on us. They rip it off and we have to put it again. You can see also, they put here on the door the Star of David. We painted already down, but what we can do. Just 1 minute. de Ingrische Bucher zijn.
I never in my life thought I would see the inside of an ultra-Orthodox synagogue in Stamford Hill.
You can come in.
Thank you. You have a sign outside that says, "A Jew is not a Zionist," and you're in a very Jewish area here. Is that seen as controversial?
What it means controversial?
Something that makes people angry?
I can say that this synagogue came under attack a few times. Sometimes thrown stones on the window and I have to replace the window. They don't like what we say. So the only thing what they can say, oh, these are fanatic people, these are extremists.
How come so few people know about you guys?
How often did you see people like me? People like me you can see in the cartoons. But in the media you don't see people like me. So how you expect people to know what is the views of these Jews?
Is it possible to see a bit of the synagogue?
Okay. It's a small synagogue. You have here at least 40, 50 types of books against Zionism in the State of Israel. Here's the Holy Scriptures.
Yeah, what does it say?
Here is just a crown, that means the crown of the Torah. And here is just the beginning of each, the 10 Commandments.
Does the State of Israel break any of the 10 Commandments?
The 6th, don't kill. The 8th, don't steal. The basic of the Jewish religion is to trust God. If God sends us in exile, stay in exile. We have to wait for the coming of Messiah.
So is that why the Neturei Karta believe that Israel is against God?
100%, yes, of course.
The Neturei Karta consider themselves defenders of the faith. So I'm curious to hear what another Jewish movement that is also critical of Israel make of them. I've arranged to meet Liberal Judaism's Rabbi, Charlie Baginski.
The Neturei Karta call themselves the true Jews. What does that mean that other Jewish people are in their eyes?
Neturei Karta would define that they interpret scripture in the right way, and the rest of us have it wrong. It's very much their way or no way. So we wouldn't be considered Jewish, my children wouldn't be considered Jewish, our rabbis are not recognised.
Would you say that they have a fundamentalist view of the Torah?
Sure. Once any interpretation becomes unquestioning, it's problematic.
So your movement is, as you call it, a critical friend of Israel's. The Neturei Karta is taking that a lot further. What do you think about that?
There's been a very large conversation within the Jewish community about when it's legitimate and when it's not legitimate to criticise Israel. It's Neturei Karta's view that the State of Israel shouldn't exist until the Messiah comes, and they will do anything to ensure that that religious ideal is fulfilled.
While they wait for the Messiah, the Neturei Karta seem determined to get their voices heard.
I'm trying to find where Rabbi Beck lives. He's invited us over because some of the guys from the Neturei Karta are coming over to make banners for a protest that's happening for Nakba Day.
Nakba means the disaster in Arabic. Nakba Day is the day Palestinians mourn their displacement when the State of Israel was created. But this is also Israeli Independence Day, when Israelis have a party to celebrate the creation of their country.
Hello, how are you?
Tomorrow is going to be a demonstration against the State of Israel. We participate in these demonstrations to bring out our message, to show for the world that Jews and Zionists are not the same thing. Also, du für alle Signs, ja?
Ja, ja.
Jede Sign hat er zusammengestellt von 4. Ja, die pushte Sache ist so.
Judaism rejects the State of Israel and condemns its atrocities.
Yes.
The protest falls on a Saturday, the Sabbath, so there's a bunch of restrictions they must stick to, one being not to use public transport.
This is a Hyde Park, where the Israeli embassy is located, just here.
Okay.
Our synagogue is located here.
This is going to be such a long walk.
It's a long of 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours?
Yes.
So we need to be prepared.
Shabbos, we are not allowed to touch an electric device. We can't speak into the mic. And also, when we're walking, we need a non-Jewish man going between us.
Okay, so everything will be okay as long as there's a man standing between you and me.
Yes.
And you cannot talk straight into the microphone.
And also, Saturday, we are not carrying nothing. Nothing. We're not carrying nothing. This is one of the laws.
So you're going to walk across the entirety of London for 3 hours, carrying signs.
No. You forgot we are not allowed to carry Saturday anything. We will wear it on.
Okay. Okay.
It's not easy to be Jewish. Don't become Jewish.
There are going to be a lot of Palestinians present at the protest. How will you be received?
Oh, very, very welcomed. Very welcomed. When we coming many times,
Do pro-Israeli people come down? And
yes, 100%. They feel very angry and they're crying on us. But what can we say? We bring out the right message of Judaism, and this is the right message of Judaism. I mean, when you look, who is the real Jew? Look of me, and look of him. He don't look as a Jew at all. He don't keep the Shabbos. He have no problem with Shabbos like I have. He don't walk to the protest 3 hours. He just coming by the car and park it on the side. And he say, oh, I'm a religious Jew.
So are there like clashes when the pro-Israelis come down and they see you wearing Free Palestine?
Yes, because of that we have the police.
So does it get violent?
Usually not. The police watch. If not the police, then it's get violent, of course. We hope to bring out our message for the world to know. You know, the Zionists have the power on the media and the power, and we haven't got nothing. We have only one thing. We have God on our side.
Getting quite warm here. It's a lot of exercise. These guys walk really fast. I thought I was a good walker, but I've met my match. They're creating quite a lot of attention when they walk on the street. Constantly trying not to get run over. Because they're wearing the protest banners under their coats, they keep having to stop to sort of tuck them back up. When you walk around central London, how do you feel when people start pointing fingers or saying things?
We're not caring about it.
We accept that we are different and people snub on us, they sneer on us, and it's part of our religion to ignore it.
We have a goal on this war. So this gives us very much satisfaction.
So we're almost by the Israeli embassy. You have the Star of David tattooed on your face.
I'm trying to keep it as kosher as I can, you know.
What do you make of the Orthodox Jews?
I feel that every person has a right to express himself. Seeing the Orthodox community coming here to explain their destruction of the State of Israel. At the end of the day, they are traitors, and I don't see truth, I see lies.
Israel, you have no right to Palestine!
So there are ultra-Orthodox Jews standing holding Palestinian flags. What do you make of that?
They're Neturei Karta, which means they're an extreme ultra-Orthodox Jewish group. They're the same as ISIS really in religion. They're not considered amongst the Jews to be Jews because they take it to such an extent, and they have a very, very, very bad reputation. They go beyond normality. I mean, if they could, they would strap bombs around themselves and blow each other up.
Palestine is an Israel-free zone!
When I spoke to people on the other side of the street, they were calling you guys extremists.
They can call whatever they want. Everybody can say if anybody, he's an extremist. Everybody can say that.
They compared you to people who would happily strap bombs on themselves, which I thought was quite interesting.
Okay. Nobody here, nobody with these protests are coming out with support for violence.
Okay.
Nobody.
We do what we need to do. We know God runs the world and God has advised us what's our duty to do.
How can you be against Israel? I went to the army.
You went to the
I went to the army. And I lost people there.
You lost people for nothing.
No, why I lost for nothing? For a country that's your country.
No, we are not willing to die for a country which is forbidden according to Jewish people.
You're unbelievable. Mashiach not going to come for you guys.
So Mashiach is going to come for you.
No,
yeah? You know we're Jewish at all.
You're Jewish.
Yes, we're Jewish.
You're not allowed to be Jewish. You can't be Jewish.
The illegal occupation is not supported by Judaism at all.
There is no occupation. Read your facts.
Tensions are high and the police move us on. But I want to quiz Rabbi Beck about why the Neturei Karta often meet up with Holocaust denier Ahmadinejad.
هم بهانه تأسیس رژیم صهیونیستی یک دروغ و یک فساد است و ادعای افسانه‌ای.
They even attended his notorious 2006 Tehran conference, questioning the Holocaust.
I read on the Neturei Karta website that you believe that the Holocaust happened because it was God's punishment for Jewish people not being religious enough. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, it's not a problem. This is what we say. It may be the Holocaust was a punishment for this, to go away from God, to rebellion against God. What we have more to say on the Holocaust, that the Zionists, the Holocaust was for their favorite from the beginning to the end. They justify what they're doing for the Palestinians with the Holocaust, what's happened to the Jewish people.
These are views that have also been stated by far-right parties and also by Holocaust deniers like Ahmadinejad.
As far as we know, if we speak to him many times about the Holocaust, and we didn't see that he denied the Holocaust. Could be there is some information what I didn't know, but as far as I know, as far as we study it, we didn't find it.
You stand for a peaceful dismantlement of the state of Israel, but Ahmadinejad has been quoted in the press saying that Israel should be wiped off the map. Aren't you worried that you're legitimizing violence by consorting with these people?
The Iranian president clarified many times when he said that Israel should be wiped up off the map. He didn't mean the people of Israel should be wiped up. He means that the regime should be wiped up.
No matter where your sympathies lie in the Israel-Palestine conflict, the Neturei Karta's ideas about the Holocaust are problematic, and so is the fact that they associate themselves with violent political agendas. There is a serious risk there that the Neturei Karta's cause could be used as a propaganda tool.
2 weeks later, it's the Jewish festival of Lag Boima, commemorating the death of a famous rabbi. Jewish people typically celebrate this festival by lighting bonfires, but the Neturei Karta had chosen to add fuel to the flame.
We're burning the Israeli flag today. We're going to make a celebration against Israel.
Would it be possible to join this celebration?
Only a man can come in.
Only a man can come in,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
So do you think it's not possible for me?
No. Really, if you want just to see it, I have a storage room where you can stay there if you want.
Really? Okay.
I will make a bit more room here. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead.
It turned out there were lots of women in the storage cupboard. I managed to get a decent view and got chatting to one of the wives.
We are all wish to be a man because we want to take part with this. But if we do everything for the men, we cook, we clean, we have a good feeling that we make them able to spread out the blue world. This is our part.
Usually we're making a fire, we're burning the Israeli flag and burning the Israeli movement to show the state of Israel can't speak in the name of Jewish people.
You can now we can now.
Hashem, hoya, velay one, avode, imitten. Oy beshil toina koifrem, aynone makirem.
There are people who do feel that you are legitimizing violence by burning flags and who will also really take offense.
It is violent only if it brings violence. It's only a symbol to show total opposition, especially for our youth, to show them this goes in deep into their heart. If we are not enjoying fighting, And of course, we are not enjoying burning a flag. But we do what we have to do. We do what's our duty.
The Neturei Karta talk about standing up against violence and ending Israeli occupation. But what really motivates them is their uncompromising sense of religious duty. Sometimes their blind faith goes too far.